If you are interested in hearing about a dream about reptiles in Jamaica, the ones with the pupils like that, then stick around. If not, it's okay. It's going to be a long one. But this was a dream that I had maybe like 3 weeks ago. Now, if you ever talk to some Jamaicans, they'll tell you that there are mermaids in certain waters off the coast of Jamaica. But this dream showed me something like a remote part of Jamaica. Like you have to cross like a stone mossy bridge to get to it. That's how it was in the beginning. It's like I was on some carrier. I can't describe it. I can't even tell you what was pulling me on the carrier. It was like sitting on the back of a horse carriage, but I didn't see any horses. But I was surrounded by like these dreadhead dudes, right? So follow me. I'm sitting in the front of the carrier. Behind me, there was like 3 people. 2 of them were like dreadheads. One of them was like a gorilla-looking man. I looked at his face. He had the face of an animal, like a gorilla. And the dreadhead dude that was in the middle, he had long locks. He was rolling up some type of joint, some type of weed or something. But here's the significant part of it. We was literally, well, I wasn't fazed by them, but we was literally surrounded by bees. Like the guys behind me, including the gorilla looking man, they were all surrounded. They was rolling up a joint while surrounded by a bunch of bees. Like it was so many of them, and they seemed unfazed by it, which was strange. So I ended up in this like this area where it was like 3-story houses along the river. It was like in the bushes, kind of like jungle, but there was like a community there. And the buildings had different colors. There was a red building, a yellow building, a light green building. It was like a circular area, and there was houses along the river. In the middle of this community was like a I don't know if it was a canal, or it was like, you could tell it was kind of like man-made, because it was like a stream that had concrete walls along the side of it. So the water went through like this, it came up like that, and it came out like that, right? When I was there, after I left the carriage, I just disappeared and went inside this house. In the house, it was like me, I think it was an old man and some kid. Some told me to look through the door because the door was closed. The front of the house door was closed. So I looked through the peephole. The peephole was pretty big. I looked at the little river, right, that was flowing through the community. I seen this like black looking, at first I thought it was a crocodile. It crawled up over the concrete wall ledges and was sitting on the sidewalk next to one of the living quarters, the little buildings I was telling you about, the 3-story buildings. So when it crawled out, I'm thinking, okay, that's just a regular alligator. It's interesting that they have them out there. This thing stood up on 2 legs like this, right? More of them started coming. It had been at least 10 of them they was crawling over this like concrete ledge by the water, ended up in the area, the little neighborhood, and they was standing around together. It got to the point where I'm staring at them. One of them knew I was looking and turned at me. The best way I can describe them, they were dark. They had black skin, not regular melanin black people. I'm talking about like black, right? And they had the face of like a dark, it was like a Komodo dragon and a monitor lizard put together. They had like a slight hump on their back, and they had a tail. One of them hissed at me. So I moved myself from the peephole. I was like, that is crazy. I remember specifically trying to pull out my phone in the dream to try to record them while I was there. A white man showed his face. And when I put the camera on those creatures, the white man was looking back at me, like on my phone. It was like he was looking at me like this, with a sinister look. And I can't describe how his background was, but this is what happened when I tried to record him in a remote part of Jamaica. So you remember I told you there was an old man and a kid and then me. The old man, the kid, transformed. I can't even tell you what I saw when I seen them. I can't even tell you what they actually looked like. But basically a war broke out. Basically what I'm saying is that certain part of Jamaica had an infestation of those reptile looking creatures. Like they were everywhere. They didn't hide, they didn't camouflage. They was out in the open walking around. And some of the people there, the inhabitants of that village, were animal looking, right? So the old man, the kid, started making this frequency. And then I started making this frequency. And what we did was we got together, we walked out of the house, we started making this hissing sound with our mouths. And I promise you, every single one of those things dropped. I don't know what it is. It's like there's certain frequencies that instantly unalive them things. You know what I'm saying? But it was very interesting. And I didn't run out of breath when I was doing it too. It was like a hissing call. We all was doing it together. And I can't even make that sound, like just me alone. And I can mimic people's voices pretty good, but that sound I cannot mimic at all. All those creatures started dropping. There was like so many bodies. They started trying to attack us, but anytime they got near us, they would just drop. That's how powerful the frequency was. It was as if we was sent there to liberate that part of Jamaica, because that part of Jamaica was exposed to those things. They was just swimming upstream, showing up in the neighborhood, no telling what they was doing to the people there. You know what I'm saying? And I just so happened to be there at the time with an old man and a little kid that transformed into, I can't even tell you what they transformed into. So yeah, that's my dream. I'm sure it was probably spiritual warfare, I don't know. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you're from Jamaica, let me know your thoughts about what I just said. But that's what happened. I was in a remote part of Jamaica, ran into those creatures, and some of the people there weren't even human. They were animal looking, and they were surrounded by bees and stuff, you know. And that war broke out, and we defeated them with just frequencies from our mouths. We just started hissing a certain way, and those things just started dropping dead. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments.